Sapp. Hello. Welcome to another episode of A Bit Sigma Podcast. In English, that's the Sit Down Podcast.
And you guys are?
I'm Reid and Laurel Sapp.
Hello! Welcome to our town of Bellevue. Hello, the people in the audience and you people at home. We are here again. We got the green light to keep doing these here, which is fantastic. So we're very honored and we welcome you to our little French community here. How the hell are you guys?
Ooh!
Oh, you know.
Nice. So great. That's awesome.
Heck yeah, we were just hanging out, what was that, a week or two ago? We saw you guys at Dog Patch Music Festival. What a time that was, right?
That was amazing. I love the Dog Patch Festival.
Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Raven got to, you got to MC there for the day.
How much notice did you get for that?
A couple days.
Couple days.
That was my first MC job ever.
I thought you were great.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
should do that again.
I should, yeah.
Would you be interested in co-hosting an open stage night at the Capitol?
I would
sometime with
love
us?
to. That'd be so awesome. Yes.
Sweet.
That'd be ideal.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be so ideal.
That would be awesome. We would love that if you wanted to come to a Tuesday night and help us, introduce the acts as they
Not
go.
just Raven, you can come too.
Yeah, well, that's
No, I do. Yeah, I find her.
You can do like what I do with Mark. I'm always like, when we go and talk in between the acts there, I bring Mark up there just as like my comfortness because I don't let him get a word in and I'm just like, and he just stands there.
If I get 5 words in out of his 10 sentences, it's
He's having a good night. It's a good night. For sure. So I'm not sure how familiar you are with the little program that we've got here, but essentially what it is I'm very curious on the background of the artists, like how you got into music and where does that come from, where you draw your inspiration from and stuff. So
how do you know each other?
yeah, we want to know essentially everything about you guys and how you got to where you are in your careers.
You know, when were you born?
Yeah.
Who were your parents?
Many guys. Many moons ago. Long time ago.
Yeah.
I was born in 1999.
What was that?
I'll cut that part out.
But let's start with you, Raven. How long have you been performing your music for?
I'm actually self-taught on all the instruments at home.
Oh, shit.
So, and that was before YouTube. So, when I was about 26 or so, I picked up my first guitar and played it for hours and hours, and then now here I am.
Right. Okay, so in like the songs that you have performed that we will be putting in this episode here, like those are all 3 are original songs. So how did you learn how to write a song?
I started writing short stories when I was about 6 years old, so
Okay.
it started there, and then it turned into poetry when I was a little bit older, and then music once I picked up my first instrument, and it just sort of naturally turned into music.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my whole family is musical, my biological family, so.
Okay. So when you were teaching yourself how to play the guitar, was there was the family there to like kind of coach you or guide you through any of it? Or?
No, I'm part of the 60 Scoop, so I was adopted, and my adopted family, they're not musical at all, so.
Okay.
It was more of an actual, I was born with it, I guess you can say.
Right. It's in your blood.
Genetics, yeah.
Yeah.
So where, if I can ask, like where originally, like where did you grow up? Where are you from?
Well, I was born in Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, and then I was scooped out of Fort Smith, which is still in Northwest Territories, and my family comes from Mikisew Cree First Nations, Northern Alberta, and also some Script land. So we're Métis, French, Irish, Cree. I'm Treaty though, through my grandmother. And yeah, that's where I'm from. And then when I was adopted at about 4 years old, they moved us away from our community, and I grew up in Prince Albert.
For a PA girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out Prince Albert. Awesome. So
True, right?
so you grew up in Prince Albert. Then, can I ask, like, which schools did you go to, or school?
That's TMI. Just kidding.
This episode's over.
I was in French immersion for the first 4 years of my life. And then my little sister, she was adopted from a different family. She became very ill, and so we missed school for about a year, and then I went into the public school system and graduated from St. Mary's.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Right on. I love that. That's like, I grew up in St. Louis, Saskatchewan, which is only like 20-minute drive from Prince Albert. So, yeah.
So you're half poor deadly.
Yeah, I'm half. Exactly. That's right.
How about you?
Me? Well, I come from, actually it's a long story. I come from Little Pine First Nation, but I was raised in Sweetgrass First Nation. So my family came from they're farmers. They were really hard from the era, but we also came from the residential school, so there's a lot of history behind that. One of the direct descendants, Chief, strike him on the back.
Oh, yeah.
36.
Strike him on the back.
Strike him on the back,
That's what he said.
So I'm the eldest of 5.
Okay.
I'm the eldest of 5, and I literally live on reserve. And as Raven and I share, is that we I came from the day school era and also the 60 school.
All right.
And I recently came home in 1992. So when I came home.
Okay.
I started to get to learn where I came from, and started working in my community, and realized that there's a lot of our people that are basically.
And she's related to a really famous artist.
Sapp.
See, and I don't even know who that is.
Google it up.
I was gonna go like, oh yeah.
Oh, you'll know.
My
As soon
first-
as you Google it. You'll know.
Okay, my first thought was immediately, I was like, well, you're more famous than whoever you're going to say, because you're sitting here right now with us. So, yeah, no, that's fantastic. So when did the two of you end up crossing paths, and how long have you two known each other for?
I think it's been a few years now, just through the music industry and running into each other. We both realized we're both deadly, so we might as well hang out.
Yes.
Yeah, we have other sisters too that
Right.
because being adopted, you kind of don't have a family really, so we make our own.
Right. But yeah, every time we bump into one of you, like the other one's there too, like your little posse's there, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, the aunties.
Right on. And then same question for you, like when and how did you get into music and start playing?
When I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take 5 years. I went to university and we took music there, and I met my youngest dad, and he was music. He was music, and we started writing music, and I love poetry, I love English, and English was one of the subjects that I found the hardest, but I was drawn to it, and I started writing, became a writer, and started working from there for corporations as a trainer, facilitator, writing my own now. And I've been writing ever since. And I actually, I would have to say in 2017 is when, 2014 is when my children were now passed. Made a promise to me, made me promise them that I would pick up the dream of doing music, because I put everything away when my children were born. So I promised, pinky swear, and continued on, and here I am.
Hell yeah, I'm truthfully grateful that we had an opportunity to connect and have to see you guys performing and stuff. I think you guys are magnificent.
Yeah.
There's the music that you guys are playing, there's very powerful messages in them. And I'm like a rock and roll kid, I like that mundane shit. with like some stories in it, but it's like I like metal music and shit that amps
You
me
like
up.
Nickelback, so that.
Yeah, I'll you know, like
Ooh, Nickelback.
yeah, like Nickelback, Metallica, Godsmack, like those were my jams.
Godsmack?
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a Godsmack T-shirt.
Oh, you're
right
right.
now.
There you
I
go.
have the sweaters at home.
Hell yeah. But you know, so those are more my kind of jam, but like in the last few years I've kind of, I guess, looked at music differently. And then so when I see artists such as yourselves performing, and when the message, I don't know, the message is, I'm taking it in more than what I used to. It was used to just rock out and have a good time and stuff like that. And now there's a stronger connection with the artists as individuals, and I'm getting to know you guys on a personal level, and then so the message is just being received more, and I thank you guys for that. I enjoy it.
You listen more carefully, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not just listening with my
Well, you
ears.
better.
I guess that was more like,
You better listen.
yeah, exactly. No,
I wrote this song for you.
Just wrote it.
I guess, yeah, what I'm trying to just say is that I thank you for your music, and that the message that you guys are trying to put out there, that personally, speaking for myself, I am receiving those messages, and I am listening, and I just wanted to thank you guys for that. As I was like, there was one song that you performed tonight, like I got pretty fucking choked up about it. We were talking about it outside. I'm not gonna get into it right now.
You say you feel my dark and lonely pain, to wake up and do it all again. You say you hear me through the sleet and the rain, but really it's only for your gain. And I'm so tired of you, tell me what to do. Your eyes are closed but you claim to see me. No one really knows what I carry in my soul. I'm out here on my own, alone. No one really knows. No one really knows. No one really knows. Dead bodies, they fall, multicultural. I thought it was a nightmare, but I woke and saw it all. She screams in the night, something ain't right, but your black ears and hold your babies tight. No one really knows. No one really knows. No one really knows. As long as you're alright, as long as you don't sin, I'm sure God will let you in. Why is life a race? I lose, you win. Everyone dies and life starts again. No one really knows. No one really knows. No one really knows. And I'm so tired of you, tell me what to do. Your eyes are closed but you claim to see me. No one really knows what I carry in my soul. I'm out here on my own alone. No one really knows. No one really knows. No one really knows.
It was very impactful.
Well, I really appreciate that because that's essentially why I'm in music. I want my voice to be heard, and not only mine, but my people's too. So
For sure. For
So
sure.
for you to express that, I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you. Yeah, but I have a sip before I fucking start crying.
Cheers.
Cheers on that, you guys.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay.
There was one thing I do want to talk about is I noticed a few days ago that there's a voting poll going on social media for you.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Right? It's an opening act.
Opening act.
Opening act. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it just kind of flew up on my social media, and I thought, well, I might as well try out for it because I know Black Rain went up for it last year, I think, about a year ago. And I just decided I don't really like competitions, but I thought, Kiam. Yeah. So I applied for it, and people are voting. I'm currently in first place for the first round, so there's 3 rounds.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. So when I get to the first, or when I'm in the last round, I'm hoping I get there. I think I'll be the first Indigenous woman, if I win, from Canada. And it's opening for big name people such as, I think, Lizzo and Taylor Swift. And it's the event, I can't remember the event that I'll be singing at if I win. Yeah, I'm manifesting it right now.
When you win.
When I win.
Yeah.
Is for suicide prevention, and that's really close to my heart. I'm also a public speaker, so I go and speak on that. I went through that as a child, so it's and our people, it's a pandemic amongst our people, so yeah,
Wow.
it's a big subject.
How long until if you've made it to the next round?
Yeah, I kind
I
of sort of
think-
looked into it, but
I think it's very soon, in the next few days.
Okay.
I'm in first place now, so I think I've made it to.
Yeah, you're
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Going to the next round.
so how many rounds are there?
There's 3 altogether, so we'll be going into the second round.
Hell yeah.
So
So for you,
vote and share.
exactly.
Don't forget to vote. Raven Reid.
That's right, you guys. We're gonna have a link in the description of this video if you guys want to just click that and give Raven a vote. We would all appreciate it.
Or
Yes,
if you're
thank
following
you.
any of us, you'll be able to find
100%, and it's free, you guys. There's
Yeah.
nothing. There's no money involved. Just click a link.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then, Laurel, if I'm not mistaken, you are also, not only do you play music so lovely, but you are also a photographer, am I correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, how long have you been doing that? Can you tell us a bit about that?
I've been playing it. I've been taking pictures. It was 2014, 15 around there. It was early 2015. We went on a trip with my youngest boy, who's now passed, and went to Jasper. And he was taking pictures through high school and whatnot. And he said, "Mom, you gotta have a different eye." So he was showing me how to take pictures, and that's where he grasped, I grasped interest. And when we came home, I bought my first camera at a pawn shop in Chicago.
Like for real?
North Balfour.
Is that a song?
That's,
Pawn shop.
I was like, is that a Bruce Springsteen song or something?
That needs to be a song. It is a song.
For $50. And I started with the interest of just taking people's pictures. It started with portrait and family. and it's for free. So I wanted to offer that, and over the years I started doing, graduations, events, and now I don't have to market anymore. I don't have to put anything out anymore. It's just tomorrow is a big event for me, which is what we're doing tomorrow. Is we're doing the residential, remembering our ancestors and survivors from Delma's Saskatchewan residential school there tomorrow.
Wow.
Okay.
So we're walking from Little Pine First Nation, which is about 50 some kilometers.
Oh wow.
Holy crap.
So I'm going to be documenting that and, paying homage because my late father, Walter Stanihorn, was one of the young boys in that school that planned with other boys to burn the school down. So
Oh,
my father wanted to save the kids and along with the other kids and bring them home. So when they did, all the kids got to go home.
So you burned the school down?
He burnt the school down.
Wow.
That was told to me a couple months last year, and they said your dad is considered a hero. So to honor my father, I'm going to also be participating, and it's a real big thing for me as a not only photographer but to be there and participate in my
The
father.
personal, exactly. I was gonna ask, like, have you been there like recently, or like, are you going in blind? Like,
I'm going in blind. They were giving me the history behind it, and my grandmother was there, my aunties were there, so it's a big ceremony tomorrow morning. I have to be waking up, leave my house at the farm by 5 and be there.
So no
by
party
7.
deadly tonight?
No deadly.
No deadly party in Bellevue.
we had the deadly party before we started this chit chat.
Yeah.
Oh. And I've been doing the event. I came to Dog Patch. We came to, I believe Ray, when you and Ray were doing Jack Pine last year is when I started getting into the music, doing the photography there and in Dog Patch. And I only did a little bit this year because I volunteered.
Right.
I wanted to.
She actually did quite a bit.
Yeah.
Volunteers did a lot at Dog Patch.
Right. I love Dog Patch. I'm a huge fan. Last year was the first year that I was in attendance there, and I immediately took to it. Just everything that Mark has done with the grounds and how it's progressed, and even how much more it was, like, just in the last year. From last year to this year, it was, I would say, like, triple.
Yeah,
For
I
the
was
amount of
yes.
trailers that was there, was like, holy shit, if we had a quarter of that at Moosefest, I would be a happy camper for sure.
This was my first year at Dog Patch, and we arrived on Friday evening, and I walked onto the grounds and I looked at the people and I was like, oh shit, I want that.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
how that was being on stage.
Yeah.
I almost said holy shit in the oh, hey, welcome to Dog Patch. Auntie Diddley here.
Yeah. Freaking rights.
So speaking of anti-deadly, where did that come from?
You know what? Okay, I'll tell you. I really didn't realize that Conway had called himself Uncle Deadly. Like, I didn't know.
Oh.
And Mark had said something about it on stage. And then I went up there and I was like, forget about that guy. Auntie Deadly's here now.
And now that's gonna stick.
Yeah, and because we have a group called the Deadly Aunties, so there's Aunties What's the Pig? Auntie Rum Tongue? Auntie Too Much? So yeah, it changes, but it's good.
That's perfect. Yeah, shout out to Conway Kootenai. I saw you there last year at Dog Patch. You were great. I didn't get a sweater off of you last year. My intent was to do it this year, so next year, buddy, I hope you're there and I can get that deadly sweater off of you, buddy.
Sorry, Conway. That was an accident.
I want a deadly anti-sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's better. That's even gentler.
Did you see her sweater?
Oh,
It says
Yeah,
giraffe.
there you go.
indigenous creature.
Oh yes.
And you probably heard that on TikTok, right? About the indigenous creature.
You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of TikTok at all.
Me neither.
I don't have it. I don't click on TikTok links at all. This guy, on the other hand,
Addicted.
He's addicted.
I think so. I'm not.
No comments.
So TikTok is one of those platforms that knows you. You know, it has an algorithm. If you watch a video longer than another video, then that's probably the video you want to watch again. So every similar video, they'll present to you. So it's like, as soon as you start watching something a little longer than normal, it's like, oh, you like this? Oh, we'll give you some more.
No
So
wonder.
You start with, I have 2 minutes. 30 minutes later, I still have 2 minutes.
And then
So,
they
yeah.
come, that's what it is.
Then it's
All the way
nighttime.
around. It's like, I love the guy that says, no way. I've learned so much from that guy. For fuck's sakes.
No way!
No way.
Not even.
Not even.
Do you guys like mess around with anything outside of Facebook? Like, what kind of social medias are
Oh, I'm everywhere.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're on TikTok? Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm on
TikTok.
TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I don't really go on Snapchat. Just to make stupid videos, so don't follow me on there.
Find her on Snapchat.
Facebook, and I don't do Twitter either.
Right.
I used to, but now it's not called Twitter anymore.
Oh, it's
No,
called.
it's called
X.
Birdie. Oh.
What's it
When
called?
did that happen?
X, 2 days ago.
What?
Oh.
Native
So-
Canadian?
I didn't know that.
No.
There's no more bird logo. It's an X.
And nobody wants to talk about
Oh,
my
yes.
my ex. will be on there. I don't want to be on there, man.
You were all the exes are going to be going, right?
Right.
Oh
So the music that you guys performed here is unreleased. This is like, as of now, you guys, this is the only place where you're gonna hear that.
Mhm.
Do you guys have like released music out there? Like, if somebody wants to look more into your discography or whatnot.
And are there plans to release new music?
Yeah, actually, one of the songs that I sang, I do have it on an EP that I released about 5 years ago. So
Okay.
this will be like a newer version of it. But so I did an EP with Michael Gamble, and that was my first one. It has 4 songs on there. I thought I only had to do 3, but then he's like, "Do you have an extra one?" And I was like, "Oh man!" So I wrote one of them the day before, and I don't remember it at all. I really don't. It's weird. But I'm going into the studio. I want to go into the studio and do a single, and then I hope to do another EP in the near future after that, before Valentine's Day. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Do you have a studio that you have in mind? Like,
Well, we were going to put a home studio together,
okay.
but I'm looking at you guys now, so.
We can, we'll have that.
Hint, hint.
You know, we know some people. We can point you in a reasonable direction, but we'll
Yeah.
get into that.
Awesome.
For sure. And then, okay, so the EP that you currently have right now, is that like, can people stream that? Or
Yeah, it's all over. It's on Spotify, iTunes,
TikTok.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Great.
kind of everywhere.
So they just look up Reid and Reid and
Yes.
Yeah, you just Google me and
Oh, yeah.
and I pop up everywhere. I'm like at the auntie
Yeah.
that does that
everywhere.
in the middle of your sleep, just like.
Bodies. What man?
Heck yeah. And then same question for you, Laura.
What was the question again?
The question, huh?
About released music.
We haven't released the music yet. We did this backwards. We were working with.
Great call. You say we.
Yes, we. It's not only we. We are called the Gypsy and the Outlaw.
Mhm.
And his name, the Outlaw, is Louis Horse, and I'm the Gypsy, Laurel Sapp. So we came together, just making music. So we started working on music last year. We hired Prairie Stone Productions to do our music, and we did it backwards. We have no clue. We released the music video first.
Oh, okay.
It's called Devil's Crosser, which you heard, I think the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's out there. You find it on YouTube. On TikTok, we have a TikTok account called the Gypsy Outlaw Band, and also on Facebook. So under Laurel Sapp.
Right, Uncle Deadly soon, eh? The scent of whiskey lingered. I woke woke up on the floor. Deep inside there's a hunger, I can't take it anymore. The stage lights flashing bright, the other bars survive. I play my part on the stage, there's no sympathy. I'm drove to that road, facing devil's crossroads. The soul's in my hand, I'm walking along on this lonesome dead highway. Worn out boots, faded blowjams, this guitar's my saving grace. But not at a shelter me, except your pretty face. Another gig in a small town, my guitar's all tuned in. I play my part on a stage, just never running in. I don't know where I'm going, I feel like I'm losing myself. I play this bar's last song and I'm heading it out of here. And I'm drawn road. Hey. We're facing devil's crossroads. The soul's in my hand, I'm walking along on this lonesome dead highway. Oh, worn out boots, faded blue jeans, this guitar's my saving grace. But now that a shelter man, except your pretty face.
I just learned how to take an Uber the other day. So.
I saw you posting about that too. What did you commented something on the lines of hitting up your manager to ask him how to, like, this is how old I am. I asked my manager how to book, get an Uber.
I literally inboxed you and I was like, don't fire me, but how do you get an Uber? I need an Uber over there. And she's like, okay, it's an app. So she sent me the app link, and I'm like, shit, I was just Googling phone numbers, like, how do you call an Uber, like a cab? And I'm like, okay, I'm too old for this fucking shit. Fuck this.
Oh man, I can relate to that so much too, because I'm like Googling the phone, like I would sooner just call them instead of like emailing or texting or anything, I'll just call you, right?
Yeah.
Were you in Saskatoon?
Yeah.
Okay, next time call Ride.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're actually real. And they have a number that you can actually
Yeah.
call.
Oh, and talk to a real person.
Talk to a real person. Yes. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
I'll just get my manager to do it.
Yeah.
You had mentioned, I think you did, unless this was the conversation we were having outside, but you said something about Ray, performing with Ray. Is that,
Oh, that's me.
that was you? Is that the Ray that I'm thinking of?
Ray Elliott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not performing with him now,
Right.
but I did a few years ago, before COVID. I went on tour with him to Jasper, opened up for his band all over the place in Jasper.
Right.
Came back famous, so
That's
more famous than Ray. Ray.
Yeah, he's been, you know what, I don't know him that well, but I have run into into him a few times, and he's always been so generous, so kind,
Yeah.
just down to earth.
Yeah.
You know, and just
He's very kind.
Yeah, I agree.
He's great to
I
work
like
with.
that.
If you ever do music videos with him, just make sure he doesn't do it right around sunset because all the mosquitoes come out.
That's I've heard something about that. Right.
The mosquitoes love that guy. Just like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Shout out to Ray Elliott.
Yeah.
Looking forward to hanging out with you in a few weeks.
Yeah, we love you, buddy.
Everybody.
Hope you're having a good time in Jasper.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any shows booked? Do you do shows, or is it more like?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to the Waskesiu Music Festival, and then they have Friends in the Park, so I'll be doing that one, and then Doyle Fest will be at.
Oh,
Oh,
I went there last year too. That's a great festival. So shout out again to Eliza Doyle.
Oh, I love her so much.
Isn't she
She's
fabulous?
Check out the
Yes.
episode called "A Little Doodly Doo."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that one where she sings about the men. Maybe she's got a new song out there.
Some boys or
Yeah.
something boys.
Leave them boys alone.
Yes, leave them boys alone.
That's what Auntie said. Leave them boys alone. Go find the uncles.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great too. I like her.
Yeah.
Actually, the
She's
first
great
time I met her, I guess I'm gonna call back to Dog Patch again. But I met her for the first time at Dog Patch last year, and then that's how we ended up getting to know her a little bit. I invited her on the podcast from there, and she accepted, and yeah. So Dog Patch has just what I love about music festivals is the I don't want to say family aspect of it, but it kind of is though.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's a very
Yeah.
welcoming environment, and
Mhm.
it's not. I used to have this interpretation of what it was, and I'm always picturing this,
Preconceived
like,
notion.
yes, like party animals and shit, people doing narcotics and drinking and getting all crazy. Not that doesn't
Smashing
happen
shit
there,
up,
but it's
burning shit down.
yeah, exactly, right? But-
Craven. You're talking about Craven.
There you go. But that's in reality, that's just not what it is.
No.
Every time I went to
Especially the
festival,
smaller ones.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't call Dog Patch small. I would.
Well, that's a small festival.
Is it?
If you compare it to Craven or something.
I'll be honest. Have you ever been to Craven?
No,
I've
I
never been.
don't really want to.
No, I haven't either.
No.
Years.
Yeah, so when is the show in Waskesiu? When's that coming?
I think it's near the end of August.
Okay.
25th, around that time. I gotta check my schedule because I'm sort of all over the place.
Right.
I'm actually DJing at my niece's wedding.
DJ.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So-
like with turntables and like
No,
with
no,
the
I'm not
headphone
like-
on and like.
That's not me.
How?
Where's your mama? no, that's it's just playing music and talking on the mic, making people laugh. It's,
Yeah.
Ask her
Very
about
low key.
her stage voice.
Yeah, tell us about the stage.
Show me your stage voice.
Well, I worked as a karaoke host for a few years, and that's how I just learned how to talk on the mic. Because if you're talking like this, nobody's gonna listen. So, hey, welcome! You're Twisted Monkey with DJ Reid. And I have no idea how I did that. It just comes up. Yeah, it just comes up like that. And the first couple times that I was working at Twisted Monkey, my friends came pick me up after. And they're like, how was it? And I was like, oh, it was really, really good. I was still talking like a fucking DJ. So it was hard to drop after a while. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
She
hilarious.
did it naturally.
That would so you're doing that for you said your niece's wedding?
Yeah,
Correct?
my niece Jasmine.
Right. And then is that something like would you continue to do that? Like,
Can I
would you
hire
do
you?
more of that?
Yeah,
Well, this is where
yeah,
I'm going
for
with this.
Oh, boy.
So when you said that, I had an idea that I would have to run by Mark. I'm not sure if you know this, but Mark has a radio station as well called Funky Moose Radio.
Oh,
I-
yes,
I
yes,
thought-
I did know
I
that.
thought you were getting married and got heard.
Oh.
I'm probably
Say
yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, no, we're
You found
common
an
law
auntie.
and we're very content at common law. It's the same, in my opinion. It's
I
the
just
same.
want a party. That's all.
Way to put him on the spot.
I think Uncle and Auntie are doing good.
But where I was going with this, which I would have to get his okay on this, but a soft pitch idea would be, how would you be interested in doing like an hour program? Maybe we could try it out for like once a month, maybe put together an hour thing. It'd be pretty simple. You do some talking and throw in some songs, and then maybe she could have an hour on Funky Moose Radio, like every couple weeks or something. You play whatever the flip you want, and then like you could air it on like a Friday night at 7 o'clock, hanging with DJ Reid.
So many names. That would be amazing. I would love to do that.
So she would be open to that idea.
Yes.
Oh my
So
God.
let me work on him about that.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to.
This is Robert. Oh, there you go.
Oh
my God.
Get the Aunties. Look at them again. I'm fucking everywhere.
Yes,
We
you
just-
are.
We just need to figure out the details. But yeah, well,
I think it would be pretty easy to do
Oh,
because it would all be pre-recorded, right? So you
Oh,
could
yeah.
you just gotta do your talking in between the songs and put your songs in there, and
Right
like
on.
an hour would be like 15 minutes of talking, really.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
You can do it.
I can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Amen. Oh my God.
oh, Mexicans.
What are you putting this room here?
I'm Mexican.
It's a Mexican.
It's a Mexican.
Hell yeah. Do you have any other hard-hitting questions for any of the
I'm full of hard-hitting questions.
Are you?
Yeah, they're just not coming out.
I don't have any more questions. I've seen you guys at.
Is there anything you want to tell us that we
Is
didn't
it
ask?
that we're missing out here? Is there something you need to plug or promote or that we missed?
Hmm.
I want to ask you. You can reverse switch. You ask them.
So where are you all from?
Over there.
Over there.
It's like you guys don't know which way you're going.
I'm a little farther away. It's more like.
Yeah.
That's too far. That's too far.
Way too far.
You're going all the way to Regina now.
I'm actually from Holland, which is overseas. Which
That's way over
which hurts the
there.
neck if you point that way.
But okay, but for real though, I honestly appreciate the shit out of the two of you.
Yes.
Oh, we appreciate you guys so
fantastic.
much.
You're great people. You're humble. You're down to earth. You're just real, and I
Hilarious.
respect that so much. Like I've met enough people. I feel like I've met enough people in the industry that just aren't genuine. They're
Yeah.
hypocrites. They're pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah.
There are. I mean, we are human, and that happens, and we run into those types of people. But you two are not that at all. And I
Unless you're really
appreciate
good
you
at
guys.
That's how deadly we are.
That's how deadly we
When we
are.
leave, we're going to be talking shit about you guys. Real
Right,
bad.
we'll drive back and
Yeah.
be like,
That's it.
"Oh,
We'll put it in the
yeah,
Aunties next
there."
Right.
But it's an honor to meet both of you, and for an honor to, especially for Raven. Raven is an aspiring artist that I know she's gonna just reach volumes across this nation, if not the world.
I agree.
Her voice needs to be heard, and I'm gonna be 53 the next couple of days here, and I just look
I'm
at
going to be
her,
35.
and I look at her, and I just she just amazing. Her voice just reaches people, and I just love her. She's been at her farm, and her children are like part of my family too, so we talk to each other. But the music it's there for reaching audiences that will help. For me, it's to help.
Right,
that's
needs to be heard.
And
Yeah.
agreed. And in my opinion, I actually, in my truth, that it was the music that brought it all together, for sure. If it hadn't been for the music, this wouldn't be happening right now. We would have never
Definitely.
been.
Yeah.
So like bottom line, it's always the music. And I'm very appreciative.
And speaking of the music, I'll tell you a little bit about the songs that we sang.
There you go.
So
All right.
the
For
first one,
interviews.
Yeah.
the first one is it's called Chaos and Madness, and that's the one where I'm picking. It all starts off with a bad uncle, a real bad ex, and but I learned a lot of lessons, and I got a really good song out of it. So I learned how to start playing lead. I learned how to forgive, and I also got a really good song. So I'm not going to say thank you to him, but thank you to life and the lessons that life teaches me. And the second one is called Fire and Water. And I wrote that for my biological mom. She passed away 2 years ago. Her name was Sarah Degelet. And when we were scooped, when we were taken from our family, she turned to alcohol. And her favorite drink was vodka and orange juice. So there's a line in there that you'll see, or you'll hear that part. And it just talks about when I met her, she was still drinking, and every time she'd get drunk, she would tell us stories about when we were really little with her. And those are the only stories that she had about us. So she would tell them over and over again, and cry and laugh, and family stuff. And so I wrote that song sort of about that story. And the last one is called Government Song. I was asked to sing for National Indigenous Day, and I was trying to think of what could I say, because if it's going to be national across Canada, I want our voices to be heard. I want our stories to be told. So that's what I wrote, was the government song. And it's sort of a, like, hey, you gotta listen now. Like, nobody really knows what a person goes through. And so I use music to put that out there. So that's what that song is about.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Very good. Yeah.
Raw and beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great. Exactly.
Raw and wild.
Yes. Auntie.
I keep going and looking at Jeez. My chin's probably real clean now. Okay, what were your songs about, young lady?
Oh, let's see. What did I sing? Oh, yes. The very first one was a very personal song. As a matter of fact, today, my adopted sister Ruby had lost her son today, a year ago, through suicide. And I was there with her, and I wanted to give back comfort, to show her my comfort. And sometimes words aren't enough, and hugs and whatnot, but I want to remember him. And when I wrote the song, I thought of it in the context of our, the ones that are down here, the family, the friends that are missing that person. So that's where it comes from. And then the second part is from his version. So it's like, hey, it's beautiful, I'm sorry I left too soon. And it's literally, I'm okay. So that verse comes in, with,
Yep.
I'm gonna be okay, Mom. You're gonna be okay. So that song is dedicated to her today. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to sing the first one.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So that really was for her. Because I know she's going through. I love you, Ruby. Love you very much.
I love you too, Ruby.
Yeah, we're thinking about you.
Yeah.
The second song was about COVID.
Okay. Oh.
Yes, it was a COVID song. When I was working, I had my own company. It was called Life Design Concepts by Laurel Sapp. I operated heavy equipment and did a lot of program development and whatnot, and provided for Indigenous communities, and worked with a lot of our corporations type of thing. And I didn't know what was going on with COVID. And so when COVID hit, we were told to shut down. We're working up in Pelican and Shambo North, so there was no cell service, no nothing. Come home and realize, why do we have to get toilet paper? I didn't have a clue, right?
There was none left.
Wasn't that crazy?
That was dumb.
Exactly.
People
It was like Great Canada.
Yeah.
Use a leaf.
Yeah. So I came home, and I was like, I literally within that year, all my contracts were done. There was no more work. My company couldn't pay for anything anymore. I lost the business and lost everything, including my partner, and pretty much was left at the farm by myself. And I sat there with my guitar. That's why I'm so close to it. I call it Copper Moon, my guitar. And I wrote that song, and it's really, really true. If you listen to the words, I only had $5 to my engine smoking, and gas gauges on empty was really true. So, and I, there's one line in there that says, a bitter heart makes you look desperate. I didn't want to have that, so I wanted to move forth. So from those times, that taught me how to move to a better place and move forward, and so that's what that's all about.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a cool. That's my favorite actually.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then that last one is Devil's Crosser, which is
This
the
one's
music
my
video.
favorite.
Yeah, and I wrote that. Actually, a few musicians back home in North Battleford asked me to write a song. It was write a song about the musicians, about when we're out there, you know, what we go through as artists. You know, we're tired, we're in hotel rooms. You know, sometimes there's
Lonely
bar fights, yeah,
For
lonely,
families.
families, and
Driving
you know,
all
all
hours of the
over.
night.
Yeah.
So that song was based on the artists that I knew. So it was, you know, and it was a homage to them because I said, well, sometimes we're always flipping the coin. Where are we going this weekend?
Yeah.
Type
Yeah.
of thing. So I just call it Devil's Crossroads, and they're fell in love with it and wrote it, and within the next, you know, that's the first song that's going on.
There you
So there
go.
you go.
Excellent.
Awesome.
We could probably, we'll put the link to the music video in the description of this video
Yeah.
as well too. If you guys want to check that out, we encourage it. Speaking of family, you guys, I welcome you into our Moose family here. You two are now officially part of our herd that we have created over the last 3 years. I want you to know that this is an open door. Anytime you guys got something to promote or you want to talk or just come and hang out with us, door is open, man. Just hit us
Yeah.
up. Like, you are welcome into our family.
Oh,
So you can
thank you
message
so
us
much. I
anytime.
appreciate
Anytime.
taking part of this
Anytime.
family.
We
Yes.
appreciate
Awesome.
you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
And thanks for coming to
you
go.
very much.
I just want to say a quick thank you to my managers, Sue Richer and Tammy Isbister. They have helped me through the last year and getting everything going again. Going through grief and stuff like that, so it slowed everything down. But I just wanted to give a quick thanks to them because I love you so much.
Hell yes.
I don't have a manager.
Right on. So yeah, thank you guys again, and thank you at home who are watching and listening. And
See you next week.
see you
Hi
next week.
guys, hi Willow, I love you, mommy loves you so much. Bye.
Hi, Aiden. Hi, everybody.